folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you for stopping by to watch. The video today is, well, something we've been talking about off and on around here. And I ask that you please not click off of this video. Not so that I can get more views or anything like that, but because I believe that this is an important subject. This is something everyone needs to be hearing and needs to be looking into, because I believe that most of what has happened for the last year or more, especially 2020, is all interconnected and related. And it's also, I believe, a distraction for this very subject that we're going to talk about today. And that is the Great Reset. It's something I've been talking about more of on my Patreon, so if you want to go over there, there's a link to my Patreon channel in the description below. It's only $1 a month to get in the door, and you can see most of the stuff that I post over there, and I post every, few times a week usually, every other day, a few times a week. And it's a little bit more personal over there. But anyways, let's get back to this, the Great Reset. It's funny, and I mentioned this on my Patreon channel yesterday or day before, that when I talk about something like this here on YouTube, it doesn't seem to get a lot of, views. It doesn't seem to get a lot of interest. If I talk about something that sounds like the world is ending now, the Great Civil War is upon us, it's, received pretty well. But this very subject could be possibly the most important thing that is happening right now in our time with this Great Reset. It is something that the World Economic Forum has come up with and put out, but don't discard it because it's just the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum has become one of the most powerful global bodies on the planet. It is a body of people that meet every year by invitation only. The attendees numbers between 2,500 and 2,800 people, and it is the top elites on this planet. In fact, one reporter said that after going through the people that attended there, it is the top 0.1% of the planet. This is the elites. These are the people. If you think that there is some kind of Illuminati cabal or group of people that rule the world, this is that group. Many people look at it as kind of the public front for the Bilderberg group. And we won't go into that, but many of you know what exactly I'm talking about. So when the World Economic Forum has come up with this Great Reset, I believe it's something that we need to take seriously and look at. And the reason why is not just to educate us, but from everything that I have been able to come up with, and I've been doing a lot of research, I've watched hours of video, I've read countless articles going back well over a decade on the World Economic Forum. And I have not yet found any type of world leader or any type of, elite upper echelon of society that has spoken out against the Great Reset, with the exception, and whether you like him or not, Donald Trump. And although he has not specifically spoken out against the Great Reset, he did speak that while he was president, America would not be part of any type of socialism or a one world type of global system. But he has not specifically spoken out against the Great Reset. Every world leader that I can find, it's amazing the amount of people that are jumping on board with this. And I believe it's something we should take notice, because you see, if every corporate leader of every business, leader of every bank, leader of every type of oil industry, utility company, entertainment industry, scientific and education industries, if all of those leaders are pushing for this, then who's to oppose it? That's you and I. We are the only one to oppose it. So we have to stay on board of knowing what's going on with this and what they are planning. And the good thing is that they're right out in the open doing it. This is not some dark conspiracy, tinfoil hat wearing Alex Jones screaming at you that sounds a little kooky. This is from their own mouth. They have a YouTube channel. You can go there and they have posted hours and hours and hours of videos that you can watch. There's countless articles that they have produced. Their website is very, very informative of what they plan to do. Their goal, and I'm going to try to put it in a little bit of a nutshell, and then I'm going to show you some videos from them, some clips of videos. Their goal is to take advantage of this global health crisis because of the COVID-19 virus, and to use it as a springboard to change and reset and push forward or evolve this planet and humanity into its next revolution or its next evolutionary stage. They are pushing for things like what they call the fourth industrial revolution, which I'll get into here in just a minute, which isn't sound great. I mean, it sounds great, but it isn't great compared to past industrial revolutions. They are talking about a complete upheaval of our society, how we handle justice, how we look at each other, changing things like sexual identity, LGBTQ, XYZ, and all that kind of stuff. Rapid advancements in technology, and not just advancements in technology, but integration of technology into humans. That's right. They're also talking about complete global economic change, and pushing in a new era of a global monetary system that will be digital. This is happening right before our eyes. This isn't something that they're talking about a what if or maybe. They are actively doing it. There is all sorts of information and indication that most of the planet is full force involved in this. I mean, they are doing it. Most of the governments on the planet, I mentioned the other day, they're repatriating their gold, meaning they're bringing all their gold held in other countries back home. There's all sorts of indicators that many countries are preparing themselves for a global level economic collapse and a global monetary collapse. Many economists here in the United States excuse me, are predicting not just an economic collapse, but a complete dollar collapse here in the United States over the next 12 months. So what the things that we are seeing right now with the coronavirus, with the election, with the riots in the streets, it's really almost very small compared to all the things that they are planning to do and that they are actively doing right now as we speak. And like I said, they are not holding back at all on what they are wanting to do. They view this pandemic as an opportunity. And I'm sure it's an opportunity that they orchestrated because, as many of you know, there is also ample evidence to indicate that this has all been orchestrated from the beginning. I'm going to show a quick little video clip here. This is the director of the World Economic Forum from his own mouth. Now, this man has produced articles and books in the past praising Marxism, condemning capitalism, and also saying that their goal is, in other previous articles, that their goal is the full integration of technology and humans, meaning like actually inserted, not just on your hand talking on the phone, but integration into humans. But let's hear what he says about the Great Reset.
So people assume we are just going back to the good old world which we had, and everything will be normal again in how we are used to normal, in the old fashion. This is, let's say, fiction. It will not happen. The cut which we have now is much too strong in order not to leave traces. So this is really a test case where for the capability of global cooperation, we are at a turning point of humankind. I think we should not underestimate the historical significance of the situation we are in.
All right. Did you hear the part that he said that it was call it a test, or how it indicated that what we've seen thus far is just a test for what will be coming later? Listen carefully to the words that he was saying. This is not optional, is what it sounds like to me. They are doing this whether we like it or not. That the old world that you want us to go back to, the normal basically. And remember, since this pandemic has started, what is the one thing we've heard? The new normal. The new normal. The new normal. We've heard it over and over again, and we've even heard that we probably won't ever go back to the old normal. And that's exactly what he's saying here. There's a lot of big people that have spoken out about this, important elites. Prince Charles of Great Britain, His Royal Majesty, has been one of the biggest proponents of the Great Reset. They have made videos, including videos that they have posted on the Royal Family YouTube channel. Yes, there is such a thing. Talking about how great it is. We'll watch a little clip from that.
We have an incredible opportunity to create entirely new sustainable industries, investing in nature as the true engine of our economy.
The current global crisis has disrupted every aspect of our lives, but it has also presented us with an extraordinary opportunity, a chance to reset and accelerate efforts to improve the state of our world.
Changing our current trajectory will require bold and imaginative action, together with determination and decisive leadership. In order to secure our future and to prosper, we need to evolve our economic model, putting people and planet at the heart of global value creation. If there is one critical lesson we have to learn from this crisis, we need to put nature at the heart of how we operate. We need nothing short of a paradigm shift, one that inspires action at revolutionary levels and pace. We simply cannot waste any more time. The only limit is our willingness to act. And the time to act is now.
And like how they make it feel all fuzzy and good, and we're going to help the environment, and it's all about the planet, and it's a reset. It's revolutionary. Here's some more from what Prince Charles and a few others, the director of the IMF, and a few others have had to say about this.
We have a unique but rapidly shrinking window of opportunity to learn lessons and reset ourselves on a more sustainable path.
History would look at this crisis as the great opportunity for reset.
So folks, this is something pretty serious. I mean, this is something that we have to take serious. We have to listen to what they're saying. One of the scariest stuff that they're talking about is the technology. That's really where they're pushing big. You know, they're pushing for every area of human life they are wanting to change. But one of the biggest changes is within technology. They are wanting a full integration of technology, and they're calling it the fourth industrial revolution. They're talking about 5G technologies and how great they are and how they will change humanity. Let's watch a little clip on what they say about 5G.
The first thing about 5G is it's an opportunity for transformation.
These technologies will form the world of the future. We cannot afford to be written out of that future.
You have to keep in mind that more or less everything will change.
It will be machines talking to machines, IoT or Internet of Things.
Just imagine a new scenario where everything is connected. Do we need traffic lights? We don't need traffic lights. You just speak and say, I'm going home. The network knows where your home is. The network knows where all the cars and the traffic is.
Isn't that wonderful? You know, they say it in a way that I think some people would hear it and just think, oh, well, that's nice, isn't it? Well, of course. They're just trying to make our world better. But you and I know that that's different. You and I know that that's not true. You see, on the surface, it just sounds like that they're just trying to create a better world for everyone to live in. But who are these people doing that? These are people like George Soros, Bill Gates, Al Gore, people that we've all come to just not really care about that much. And do you really want these people, the United Nations, the World Bank, the World Trade Organization, the royal family, on and on and on, do you want these people being in charge of orchestrating and creating a better tomorrow for us? When did you have a say into that? I know they never asked me what my opinion is of it. This integration of technology is something that I've talked about before. It's called transhumanism, and it's a pretty scary thing. And what a lot of people don't get is that this isn't technology that will be available in 10, 20, or 30 years. This is technology that is available right now. That is correct. Watch this little clip of a video of Elon Musk. That's right, Elon Musk, the guy that makes those Tesla cars and shoots rockets up into space, talking about another business venture of his called Neuralink, where they actually implant a microchip into your brain. It's kind of like a Fitbit, those watches that you wear that can tell all about your body and your pulse and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of like that, but even more advanced. It directly connects to your brain. You can control your devices by just through thoughts. It can read your brain waves. It can tell you the current health status of your body. You can even listen to music through it because it plays it directly into your brain. And this is just the stuff that they're talking about now. This is a permanent chip that's in your brain, and it's interesting that they have been studying it on a pig. Let's run the clip.
So in terms of getting a link, like I said, it's essentially you open a piece of skull, you remove about a coin-sized piece of skull, and then the robot inserts the electrodes. So this is our surgical robot. And if you look closely, you'll see that if the electrodes are inserted very carefully, that there's no bleeding. So what the beeps you're hearing are real-time signals from the Neuralink in Gertrude's head. So we said, well, what if we do 2 Neuralink implants? So it's possible to have multiple links in your head and have them all be sending out signals and be working well.
So who gets that information? I mean, we already know that companies like Google and Facebook and Amazon are just hoarding every bit of information they can about you and I. So when this type of stuff comes online and people have it in their brains, who's collecting that information? And I'm sure that there's all kinds of plans in the future to where you won't even need cell phones or you won't need any other type of device. It will all be into your head, right? You won't need glasses. You won't need those high-tech glasses because if it's feeding directly into your brain and altering and reading your brain waves, then you won't need any kind of device. You can just think it, see it through your eyes or whatever. This is some pretty scary stuff. Forget about the little microchips under your skin, the RFID. Man, that's 20 years ago. This is putting computers into your brain that can communicate and read your brain waves and where you can control devices. This is the kind of stuff that is available right now, folks. Let's watch, and this is one of I think the last clip I'm going to run, and this is from the World Economic Forum, a short one, on what the Fourth Industrial Revolution means to them.
The very idea of human being some sort of natural concept is really going to change.
Our bodies will be so high-tech, we won't be able to really distinguish between what's natural and what's artificial.
That's right. Changing humanity. It will no longer look. We won't even be human. That's what they want. This is not just about a virus, folks. It's not just about who gets elected. It's not just about some racial tension on the streets, or even really about Marxism. This is about absolute, complete changing of this planet and them playing God and altering the course of humanity by trying to force us to evolve into something bigger and better. That's right. They feel like they are gods, I believe. That's what I believe in my heart. And this is some scary stuff, because this isn't something that's like happening off in the future, what if and maybes and all this. When virtually all the most powerful people on the planet that control everything are fully on board and are actively doing it, speaking about it out in the open, I'd say it's a pretty good given that it is happening. So please share this video with your friends. Talk about it. Do the research on your own. This is something that we have to be aware of, and we have to stand up against it, because right now, other than possibly the current president, Donald Trump, I don't think there's really anyone that's really speaking out against this other than folks like you and I. So this, please, I know this may not be as exciting as other subject, but it's something we need to hear. All right, folks, that's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.